Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny Allen, and before we get started with today's video, please make sure that you are subscribed, that you thumbs up this video and check the description box below. So thank you to all those that have been subscribing and thumbsing up my video. They really help to get my videos shared out in YouTube land. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my Bible devotionals and essentials for 2026. So if you like those type of videos, this one is for you because I've got quite a bit to go through. Just as an outlay, I will not be using all these things all at once, but there are things that I'm going to be using throughout the year. Some of them I continued from last year into this year, and I will continue using them, and some of the ones that I'm going to introduce are going to be new things. So let me know in the comment section what you will be doing. What are your essentials and devotionals and Bibles you will be using for 2026? So first of all, I am going to show you what Bibles I will be using. I've got a couple of new ones, but I'm going to show you what Bibles I'm going to be using for 2026. So firstly, I showed you this one before. So this one is let's just check. It's a King James large print, King James Version Bible. Because, as you're getting older, your eyes are a little bit, So this is a large print. My daughter went to Bristol and she picked up this one and another Bible, which is the New King James, which I'll show you in a minute. She bought them for me and they were like £2-3 each, something like that, which is like $4 or $5. And usually in Bible bookshops or online, these Bibles are a lot more expensive and they're kind of virtually brand new, but the print is fantastic for me. So this one I'm going to be using in 2026. So this is a large print King James Version Bible. So the other Bible, this one is a giant print New King James Bible. Okay, so let me show you. Not as big a print as the King James, but nevertheless it is a large print. So that's the size of the print, and this is going to be really, really good. I might even start using it now actually, but this is one of the Bibles I'm going to start using in 2026. So it's a large print New King James Bible. And then I've got some of my trusty ones here that I always use, and I'm currently doing my immersive Bible reading in the book of Luke. If you don't know what immersive Bible reading is, I will leave a link in the description box for my immersive reading Bible video, what it is and what I do and how it helps me. The link will be in the description box. So here is my Dakes Annotated Reference Bible, and it's in the New King James Version. Now, the reason why I love the Dakes is because of the amount of information that is in this Bible as you read. So let me show you. Okay, I've just got, for example, Jeremiah chapter 21. And if you can see, you've got the Bible in the middle, the text, and then around it, it gives information. And it has a key that you can use. So it will have a small letter, like for example the letter A, next to a word, and then in the margins, if you go and follow what the letter A is saying, it will explain briefly. It will give historical information, it will give maybe Strong's Concordance, Hebrew Greek interpretation of a particular word, and it will link you to other scriptures. So I really like reading using the Dakes because I find it very informative as I read. So that is the Dakes Bible. Oops. So that is the Dakes Bible. Then I have got Tony Evans' Study Bible, and it's in the Christian Standard Version. These are Bibles that I use throughout the year, and this is the Christian Standard Bible by Dr. Tony Evans. If you have, I really like this Bible a lot. It's really lovely. And if you have this Bible, it's got a dictionary at the back, it's got maps and everything. So if you have this Bible, Dr. Tony Evans, please let me know in the description box below if you have this Bible and how you're finding it. I find it to be really good. This one that I use, the Keyword Study Bible. I like this one as well. I like it. You can see when I was reading through the book of Proverbs, how I've marked it all up, highlighted it, written my own bits and pieces in it as well. I know some people have a thing about marking up their Bible, but I mark up mine. And it has the keywords of, it's a Hebrew Greek Bible. So if you have a keyword in there, it will have the number for whether it's in Hebrew or in Greek, and you go there and it will tell you at the back, go at the back, and it will tell you the meaning of the word in Hebrew or Greek. So I really like this, the Keyword Study Bible. So it's Hebrew Greek. That's another one that I'm going to be using in 2026. And then I have my King James Amplified Parallel Bible. I've got three favorite versions, which is the King James Version, the Amplified Bible, and the Living Bible. There are three of my favorite ones. So I really love parallel Bibles because it will give you, let's do this one, for example, Isaiah. You've got, I've had this for years. You've got the King James Version, and then you've got the Amplified Bible, and it will give you the ability to parallel read. So if you're reading one chapter in the King James, you can cross over and read what it is saying in the Amplified Bible. So it gives you a parallel experience, which is really good, because I like to go between King James and the Amplified when I'm reading. Please remember, I'm not reading all these at once. These are what I use through through any given year. So I spread my usage of this Bible depending on what I do my devotionals, depending on what I'm studying. So I use these Bibles in a range. Okay. So then I've got the Layman's Parallel Bible, which has the New King James. It has the NIV, it has the Living Bible, and it has the New Revised Standard Version. So in this one, you're able to read 4 books in parallel. And I got this one when Kevin Ewing was, he was doing a video and he was advising people to get this Bible because it's really helpful for him when he's doing Bible study. And it's really helpful for him so that he can read across 4 versions and get an understanding of what the text is saying from 4 different versions. So here, for example, this is Nehemiah 1. And you've got the text across 4 versions, which give you a ×4 parallel experience. So I've got that parallel Bible. And the last one is I got this, but I just got it in the New Testament Gospel books, and it's just Matthew to the book of John, Matthew to John, and it is in the Berean Standard Bible, because when I'm in my U version, sometimes when I'm doing my devotionals in the U version, I go to the Berean Standard Bible. And this one, in the UK, I couldn't really find a Berean Standard Bible. All I could find was this. I think you have more options in the United States than we do here in London. So I just got the New Testament Gospels. I got Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And I'm going to be reading through these. And what I love about this is that it gives you enough margin space to be able to write your thoughts or do word studies with. So as I'm going to be reading through this, I'm going to be highlighting words or circling words, circling phrases and doing studies on them. So this is the Berean Standard Bible. I think in the New Testament, it comes, you've got the Pentateuchs, which is Matthew, Mark, Luke, which is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. They're the Pentateuchs. And then I think it comes in Psalms and Proverbs as well. But I just decided to get this one. And that's the back of it. So if you have this, let me know how you're finding it, because I'm quite eager, and it's like a workbook size, so it's quite good. You can do lots of studies with this. This year I've gone through Matthew, Mark, not Luke, and John, and I'm doing immersive reading in the book of Luke. So that's going to be interesting. So I would have done the Gospels. So maybe next year I might go through the Gospels again, because for me, it's really important that I hear and see what Jesus is actually doing. Because sometimes when you hear people's version of what Jesus did, you're like, I'm not sure about that. But I want to know what Jesus said and what Jesus did, and how Jesus did it, and how Jesus handled people. And the 4 Gospels chronicles Jesus' life when he was on earth. So this is going to be really good for me as I go through and read what Jesus actually did, how he conducted himself. So I'm looking forward to going through this. Okay. And this is volume 5. So there's volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm hoping to go to the States soon. So hopefully when I get there, I might be able to find volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. That'll be very good for me. Okay, so now I'm going to be looking at some of the commentaries that I'm going to be using. And I'm also going to be calling out some of the apps that I'm going to be using as well, what I use for Bible study. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to be using in 2026, this is new and I've not used it yet, and it's called Unlocking the Bible by David Pawson. Unlocking the Bible with David Pawson, and it's a unique overview of the whole Bible, and it's got Collins, it's published by Collins. This is David Pawson. And it gives you an overview of each book of the Bible, and it gives you a breakdown in a historical context, as well as giving you insight into the various stories. So if you would like me to do a separate video explaining this book and having a look at it, then let me know in the comment section below. But as you can see, it's quite thick. Okay, Unlocking the Bible by David Pawson. And then these two I use every year, and that is the Bible Knowledge Commentary. And this is quite old, and I bought this second hand from Amazon. And it is the, hold on. Okay, let me do this one first because it's the Old Testament. It's the Bible Knowledge Commentary, an exposition of the scriptures by Dallas Seminary faculty. So this is the original cover. The Old Testament one, when I bought it, it didn't have, the New Testament one didn't have a cover, but this is the Old Testament. And this is, I decided to get this when I did get it, when I was watching a video and somebody was recommending this and how it helped them. So this is an old commentary. Let me just see when it was first published. Okay, it doesn't say when it was first published. Maybe I've passed it. But anyway, this is what I'm going to be using. Okay, and this is the New Testament of it. Obviously the Old Testament is thicker than the New. Okay, so that's what I'm using. And then the last book, I will show the apps that I'm going to use. The last book that I'm going to use is Tony Evans' Bible Commentary, which I use when I'm studying as well. Okay. Tony Evans' Bible Commentary. Don't forget, a lot of the Bibles that we buy, they have commentaries, they have historical information, they have maps at the back of their Bibles. So if you've got like quite a library of Bibles, or if you have a few Bibles, always check what's happening at the back, because they have historical stuff, they have bibliography, they have Bible dictionary, some of them have concordances at the back. So your own Bible that you use, it has a wealth of information at the back as well. Okay, excuse me. So this is the apps that I'm going to use. I will put the app on the screen so that you can see it. I am going to be using my YouVersion app, as you know, because I go through that every day with a group of ladies. So there's a couple of the apps that I'm going to be using. A couple of the devotionals that I've started that I'm going to be continuing. One of them is the Bible Recap. I started the Bible Recap at the beginning of this year, and my goal was to go through it, but I didn't finish it because I got the book and everything. But what I've been doing is just listening to the readings of the Bible through the Bible Recap app, devotional. And I'm going to continue that into 2026. So by the end of 2026, I'm hoping to finish listening to the Bible via the Bible Recap devotional. So I'm hoping to finish it by the end of 2026. The other app that I really, really like to use is the Blue Letter Bible app, because it has built-in Strong's Concordance. Let me just go in there. It's got a built-in Strong's Concordance, and it has a lot of information. It's got Bible comparison, it's got cross references, it's got commentary text, it's got dictionaries, you can add notes. This is the and it's got narration in the King James Version. So let me just show you what the Blue Letter Bible has in there that you can access for when you're doing study. So I use this quite a lot, actually. Yeah, I use it quite a lot. The Bible, the Blue Letter Bible. Here I was looking at Psalm 66 verse 12. But yeah, that app, I really, really like that app. That's the Blue Letter Bible app. And then this one as well is called BibleRef.com. This one is the same thing. You've got readings in the King James Version, and then you have sections where what does Exodus chapter 28 mean, and it will go through all of that. Yeah. And then it has summaries, it has context, it has a lot of things. Okay, so that's another good one. And then there was one that my son was telling me about. Let me just get that on. The Logos Bible app. The Logos Bible app. Same thing. You've got your library from different versions of the Bible. You've got different books that can help you. You've got different versions. You've got King James, New King James, American Standard, Geneva Bible. You can download all these different Bibles, and then you can be reading them. This is all the things that I have on my app, on my phone, are really good, because when you travel, because I travel quite a bit, you don't want to be bringing all these heavy books with you. So I have apps on my Bible that help me, so that when I travel, if I want to if something has caught my spirit and I want to dig into it a bit further, I can use these apps to do some more study while I'm away, because obviously I can't bring all these books with me. So all I have because I'm going away shortly as well again, I have my devotional. And in my devotional, if something is ministering to me, I can do my study. I tend to travel with at least one physical Bible. And what I might start traveling with, just the King James version of the Bible, the big one. I might start traveling with that, even though it feels quite heavy, to be fair. But yeah, it feels quite heavy. But I'm gonna start traveling. I've traveled with at least one physical Bible. I've got my notebook, and I've got, if I need a Strong's Concordance, Greek, commentaries, and all of that, I can go to my app and I have them there. So then let me just go through, sorry, while I look at my notes. I'm going to be doing nighttime immersive reading. I started that about 4 or 5 months ago, and I found it to be really helpful because when I go to bed, I'm actually going to bed on the word. So I went through the book of Mark, and I'm going through the book of Luke at the moment. So that's one chapter a night. So as I'm listening to the word being read, I'm reading along. So I've engaged my ear gate and my eye gate in the scripture. As I said, the link for that video is in the description box. And throughout 2026, I'm aiming to do immersive reading with 1st and 2nd Samuel, the book of John, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, and I'm hoping to start the book of Psalms, because Psalms is 150 chapters. So I'll most probably do more than one chapter per night, because some of the chapters in the book of Psalms are quite short. But I'm going to do 1st and 2nd Samuel, book of John, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, and Psalms. So that's what I'm going to be doing, a starter for 10. Okay, and then I've just showed you the apps. Oh, there's a couple of other apps actually that I've been using. Let me show you. There is the Kevin Ewing app. I use that nearly every day for prayers. And if I need quick information about dream interpretations and stuff, I use the Kevin Ewing app. And also the other app that I use is the Enduring Word app, which is a Bible commentary app. A Bible commentary app. Okay, as I said, these are all spread out throughout the year. I don't use them all at once. So as I travel, I use the apps on my phone. When I'm at home, I tend to use my physical books. Okay. And for books, I really want to increase my reading. I've been doing my Audible, and with Audible, I tend to get through one to two books. I tend to get through 1 to 2 books per week with Audible, and I want to get through one physical book per month, whether it's fiction, non-fiction, and I want to be able to zero in 2026 with autobiographies. And I also want to zero in on Tessa Avshar books, because her fiction writing, I love it. I really love her fiction writing. So it's 1 to 2 Audible books per week and 1 physical book per month. And then my aim is also to study Bible, 5 Bible characters, which is Daniel, Moses, Deborah. Sorry, 4. I've written Moses twice. Daniel, Moses, Deborah, and Esther. Those are the 4 characters that I'm aiming to do a study on. And with that study, it's going to be a mind map study for me, because mind mapping really helps me to retain and to learn quickly. I enjoy how mind mapping works. So I'm going to be studying these 4 characters. So it's going to be like 1 per quarter. That's what I'm going to be looking at for 2026. Okay, so if this has helped you, let me know. Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you're looking at for 2026. I hope this video wasn't too long. So let me know what you're doing. And thank you all for your support throughout 2025. Much appreciated. And I will see you in my next video. God bless.